I think the old Chinese proverb, may you live in interesting times, probably applies right now. It is Evergold Corp. You've all seen and read the forward-looking statements, part of it in the past. It's a high-risk story we're talking about, but the rewards could be considerable. I think the thing I'd say at the outset in terms of opportunity is many of you who've been in this business over the years understand that a major portion of the rewards in terms of share price appreciation typically comes on the initial discovery. And we're positioned really to do the exciting work of drilling for the first time these targets that we've developed. A bit of the backstory here, as Eric mentioned, we set this company up late in 2015. We parked it in 2016 to focus on GT Gold, which ultimately gave us the Saddle discovery, which is going to emerge as possibly the largest discovery in the northern portion of the Golden Triangle in the last 15 years. We parked that. I moved back onto Evergold early last year. The key thing about it is we've managed to develop as a private company several drill-ready targets which we believe have a very high likelihood of delivering discoveries in our first kick at the can, and we'll be doing that this summer. We took the company public with an IPO late last year. It was possibly, in fact, I believe it was the largest IPO in Canada. Not saying a lot. That was in the mining space last year. $3.5 million. We raised, the stocks, we've got about 27 million shares out currently. We did the IPO at 20 cents. We're trading around 28, 30 cents. A little weakness the last few days. No overhang on the stock, all free trading, so it's been performing well since the IPO. The important thing is we're going to use that money to do the only work anybody in this industry really much cares about, especially in the early going, and that's drilling. So I'll walk you through our targets. We've got 4 properties, but it's really only those 2 at the top, circled in orange, that we're going to focus on. Those are our Snowball and Golden Lion projects. They are our so-called flagships. This is Snowball. It's located in the heart of the Golden Triangle, about as dead center to that area as it's possible to be. A key thing about it, it's only about 10 minutes flying time off Highway 37. It is helicopter accessible, but we have the essence of what we believe we need to have to deliver discovery there. There is a backstory on the property. This is Snowball viewed from the south. Below that dashed line, the property had seen some drilling and soil geochemistry by Newmont way back, or rather by Noranda. We have Newmont on our other property back in the early 90s. They got high-grade anastomosing veins down on the lower slopes around Snowball Pond in the lower right of the image. We took the property on in 2016, modeled the historical data, basically decided that the source was not where they were drilling, but it was upslope. So we believe the source is actually below Pyramid Peak now and Snowball Ridge at the top of the image. In 2016, we went to the top of the ridge. If you look at the top of the image, Pyramid Peak, we sampled along there. We had got 14 talus fine samples. The average of those was over 0.5 gram gold in talus fines. That was our initial stab. We went back, and this is a little closer up. In 2017, we peppered Pyramid Peak with upwards about 50-some talus fine samples, and we got really strong results on Pyramid Peak. If I zero in, that's how it looks. The average of those 39 talus fine samples was over 0.7 of a gram in soil, where, a 50 ppb or 100 ppb gold in soil anomaly is considered very strong in our industry. This is way above it. This is Saddle South style strength. This is the kind of anomaly that gave us the Saddle South discovery. We believe we are possibly sitting on the intrusive source for the whole system right there, and we have a drill pad ready to go on it. This is how it looks. You can see our drill pad at the top. It's built, it's ready. We should be on that with the drill around about the 15th of June this year. We can drill 360 degrees from that pad, and in theory, we could drill a really substantial resource. I'm talking hundreds of millions of tons of bulk tonnage, if that's what it gives us. It could also give us high grades. We know there's very high grade gold, silver veins there. Some of it is sitting on surface. There's one sample you can see that's over 80 grams of gold and upwards of 450 grams per ton of silver. So that's Snowball. It's ready to go. The pads are built, and the exciting work is about to begin. Golden Line is different. It's a beast of a property where Snowball is one big cherry ready to go. Golden Line is giving us a series of targets. We've got GL1, 2, and 3 down there at the bottom, in the bottom half of the property. It's about 10 kilometers north-south. The GL1 area was this area that was drilled historically by Newmont, in this case in the early 80s. And they got very high-grade epithermal style veins, very narrow intercepts. We went back there, took the property on in 2013, and progressively expanded the sampling over the areas north and east and northeast of this GL1 target area. We got some exceptionally high grades of silver. You can see one example. We sampled last summer over 13,000 grams per ton of silver. This is a GL1 target area up close. This is going to be drilled this summer. It's basically high-grade epithermal. This is, last summer we went back to GL1 and we sampled about 1 kilometer north of the GL1 target historical area. We got this very impressive gold in soil anomaly, and that is gold in soil, true soils, sampling along this ridge. This is a totally new target that we can sit the drills on and we will hit. The lateral distance you're looking at there is about 500 meters. We got grades up to almost 15 grams per ton in soil, and it's true soils. So to us, it appears we're sitting on top of another high-grade gold-silver vein system of unknown widths, but as you can see from the oxides bleeding out of the north slopes, it appears to have some significant dimensions to it. It will get drilled. We also have the GL2 target area, and at GL2, we have multiple zones of high grade sitting in outcrop. This is high-grade epithermal, high-grade skarn, and emerging high-grade porphyry style. Just up close, I'll just point that we've got the GL2 skarn target at the top, the GL2 ridge, and the GL2 EP zone. This GL2 East Ridge target is one that emerged last summer. We sampled a trend north-south there. It's about 250 meters. It gave us high-grade porphyry style grades, multiple percentages of copper in rock outcrop, as well as strong grades of silver, up to 22 grams of silver per ton, and multiple grams of gold as well. This is in intense stockwork mineralization. So it will be drilled. We can touch and feel this mineralization, and that's some examples of it. High grade, we can put the drills on it, and we will hit. The question is simply, what will we get from those numbers? GL3 is a target, another one ready to go, and all of these target areas on the Golden Line target, on the Golden Line property, we believe are related. So the plan this coming summer, fully financed, is about 2,500 meters in a phase 1 drill program on both Snowball and another 2,500 on Golden Line. With success, we'll expand and ramp up just as we did at Saddle. The company I mentioned already, it's not got 100 million shares out. It's 27 million. We do have, however, some warrants, etc. It's about 42 million fully diluted. It's trading around 28 cents. It weakened off a little bit late in the week. We've got plenty of cash. I'd say the key thing there is all the stock is free trading, no overhangs involved. Insiders control about 26% of the company, and we're pretty well set to go. We have a team that's comprised of myself. I'm a geologist, Andy Mitchell, geologist, Tracy, our CFO, some excellent directors. Darwin Green down there with High Gold is one of them. Darwin is a geologist as well. We've got geophysicists and Charlie down at the bottom. So that's GT Gold. Come by to the booth and I'd be happy to tell you more. Thank you.